Hi everyone, my name is Jazmin Cogburn and I am the CRS, which is Catholic Relief Services, Diocesan Coordinator. And I am here to talk to you about the CRS Rice Bowl. This year, the Lent will start on Wednesday, February the 26th, and I will be giving you some resources and some ideas and some tools to help you execute well the CRS Rice Bowl. So as you can see behind me, it's the this year's CRS Rice Bowl poster. And so this year's theme is For Lent, For Life. So Christians today are invited to embody the Paschal mystery more deeply and concretely in their personal, family, and social lives. Above all, by fasting, prayer, and almsgiving. CRS Rice Bowl invites you to bring Lent to life by praying, fasting, and almsgiving. These pillars frame Lent and guide our journey with CRS Rice Bowl. By praying, fasting, and almsgiving, we can guarantee that our global human family around the world have what they need not only to survive, but to thrive. And he said to them in reply, "Give them some food yourselves." In the gospel story of Jesus feeding the 5,000, we are reminded that if we are committed as one global family, we will find that there is an abundance of food, more than enough to feed everyone. Our God is a God of abundance. We are called to feed the hungry, to recognize the needs of our community. In fact, Jesus demands it of us. The question then is, how can we ensure that all members of our human family are fed good, nutritious food that gives them what they need to live their full potential? This Lent CRS Rice Bowl invites you to reflect on the challenge of global hunger and how proper nutrition gives young people the opportunity to dream. This video highlights the countries and the girls who are in our stories of hope, which are Honduras, Kenya, and Vietnam. And so you will see, I'm going to show you a small clip of this year's theme for CRS Rice Bowl. This Lent, our stories of hope focus on these three girls and their families. Each week in Lent, learn something new about the girls, how they learn, how they dream, what they eat. Follow along on the Lenten calendar. Read and watch the stories of hope online at crsricebowl.org. These mediums help us to tell and share the stories of those we encounter through CRS Rice Bowl. Throughout Lent, you won't just meet the individuals whose lives your Lenten sacrifices have changed. You'll learn more about countries from all over the world and be introduced to some of CRS work in relief and development. And here's another short video on how CRS helps our neighbors on the other side of the world and on the other side of the street.
Who is my neighbor? Who does Jesus ask me to care for? And how can I use this season of Lent to do so? We see neighbors suffering from hunger, homelessness, and poverty in our own community, and we rightly want to make a difference. Shouldn't we help those in need on the other side of the street before we help those on the other side of the world?
As Catholics, we are a both and people called to support people who are hungry here and around the world, because we believe that every single person is a child of God. Every person has human dignity and so is worth supporting.
Through prayer, faith communities across the country encounter Christ in every member of our human family. Through fasting, members of our communities encounter the obstacles that can keep us from serving God and neighbor. And finally, through almsgiving, we encounter God's love and share it with those in need. One way that love is shared is by turning Lenten alms into your local school or parish. Your gifts to CRS Rice Bowl support Catholic Relief Services work around the world, helping families and communities to build better livelihoods. But did you know that CRS Rice Bowl also supports hunger and poverty alleviation programs in the U.S.? 25% of all Lenten alms given to CRS Rice Bowl stay in your local community. That means that if you put $100 in your CRS Rice Bowl this Lent, 25 of those dollars are helping those experiencing hunger and poverty right in your home diocese, while 75 of those dollars are doing the same thing in countries around the world. And this happens in every diocese across the country in exciting and innovative ways. Each diocese, under the guidance of the local bishop, decides how to use the 25% of Lenten alms that remain in the community.
As a relationship manager for Catholic Relief Services, I work with dioceses here in the United States. And I get an opportunity to see the many ways that dioceses use their local portion of CRS Rice Bowl funds. For example, the Archdiocese of Washington has a wonderful grant program to support initiatives, especially by faith communities, to combat local hunger and poverty across the Archdiocese. And that's just one example.
Dioceses may give some or all of the Lenten alms to the local Catholic charities, St. Vincent de Paul, or another community organization. Local CRS Rice Bowl funds support community gardens, food pantries, peace-building work, and so much more.
The 25% of Rice Bowl collection that stays in the diocese is such a great blessing because it gives support to these local poverty and hunger alleviation efforts. It's a great vehicle for us to teach about the both and, how we're, as Catholics, called to care for people nearby who are suffering and also those around the world.
For more information, visit crsricebowl.org.
Did you know that 25% of each CRS Rice Bowl donation stays in your local community? So a quarter from each dollar you put into your CRS Rice Bowl comes back to our diocese for hunger alleviation efforts. Do you know where our 25% goes to? Our diocese has given our portion to Sister BJ's Pantry, Little Flower Clinic in Oklahoma City, St. Charles Macaulay Clinic in Oklahoma City, and St. Francis and Enid for the daily bread. You might also consider sharing the video online. So now you might be asking, how do I get started in my faith community? So here's another short video on how you can do it at your local community, whether it's at a parish or at a school.
Are you thinking about CRS Rice Bowl? Wondering how to get started? Here are 5 simple steps you can take as a CRS Rice Bowl coordinator to guarantee a fun and faith-filled Lent. Step 1. Talk to your pastor or principal. Getting the support of your pastor or principal is essential to the success of CRS Rice Bowl in your community. Pastors or principals can engage the wider community, recruit volunteers, and promote the program at meetings or from the pulpit. Step 2. Invite volunteers to serve as CRS Rice Bowl coordinators. Volunteers can inspire others to get involved and take action. Consider reaching out to 1 or 2 leaders within your parish or school, or form a small committee to oversee all Lenten activities. A team of volunteers can be relied upon to take the essential steps that will bring Lent to life, including communicating with families, organizing CRS Rice Bowl resources, and promoting the program throughout your community. Step 3. Order your free CRS Rice Bowl materials. Every year, CRS Rice Bowl develops faith-building materials, including the Rice Bowl and Lenten calendar, posters, educational resources, community reflections, videos, and more. Be sure to place your order online or by phone at least 3 weeks prior to Lent. Step 4. Distribute CRS Rice Bowls after Mass, and make sure every family gets one. Begin your community's CRS Rice Bowl journey at Mass and ground this enriching Lenten program in prayer. Use the special blessing offered in the CRS Rice Bowl Coordinator's Guide to bless the rice bowls and commission those gathered to offer their prayers, fasting, and gifts this Lent in global solidarity with our brothers and sisters around the world. And invite members of your youth ministry, confirmation class, or school community to pass out CRS Rice Bowls to each family after Mass. Step 5. Make CRS Rice Bowl materials part of your community's Lenten journey. There are 40 days between Ash Wednesday and Easter Sunday, and CRS Rice Bowl has resources for each one of them. Whether it's lesson plans for school, prayer intentions for weekly liturgies, or simple meals for families or small faith groups, CRS Rice Bowl brings Lent to life in your faith community. For more information and resources, visit crsricebowl.org.
So first, bookmark our website, crsricebowl.org. There, you'll find everything you need to encounter Lent with your community. Resources for every group, videos, reflections, and more. I'd especially like to encourage you to check out the page that is most relevant to you. So if you're a parish leader, click the parish tab. If you're a religious educator or catechist, click the educator tab. You get the idea. The next step to a successful Lent with CRS Rice Bowl is to get the support of your pastor or your principal. So really, whomever is in charge in your faith community, encourage your pastor or principal to adapt and send one of our letters home to families to introduce them to the CRS Rice Bowl. And use our new pulpit announcement to share with the whole community the fact that you'll be participating in CRS Rice Bowl this Lent. Don't forget, talking with your pastor or principal is a good opportunity to see if there are other potential volunteers to help. Next, and perhaps the most crucial step, is to order your materials. Go to crsricebowl.org/order. There you'll be able to order all of our in-print resources, the rice bowls with calendars and the posters. Please remember that this year the coordinators and educators guides are available only online. And also, you can, individual families can order just one CRS Rice Bowl from this page as well. Communication about CRS Rice Bowl is key. On our parish and diocese page, you'll find links to download our bulletin, newsletter announcements, our bulletin insert, and letters that you can send home to families. And finally, if you want to make use of our pre-made memes on your social media channels, just go to crsricebowl.org/social media to download everything you need. The Mass is central to our faith as Catholics. It's where the community comes together in prayer. Why not integrate CRS Rice Bowl into the Mass? We offer prayer intentions with CRS Rice Bowl themes, prayers to begin and end the Lenten journey, and reflective materials for schools. We also encourage communities to consider blessing and distributing and collecting rice bowls in a ritualized way. Ash Wednesday and Palm Sunday are great opportunities. Lenten events are great ways to bring the whole community together, and CRS Rice Bowl has some helpful tools. Consider hosting simple suppers using one of our meatless recipes from this year's featured countries. Just visit the website crsricebowl.org/recipe. Or you can ask members of your own faith community who have traveled or lived in one of the featured countries, which is Honduras, Kenya, and Vietnam, to share their experiences. You can also host a global fellow. to come and talk to your community, to your group, and share their story. Don't forget, CRS Rice Bowl also has Stations of the Cross and digital retreats that can serve as a great reflective tool. Speaking of meatless recipes, each year CRS Rice Bowl offers a simple meatless recipe from each featured country. You can find these recipes on the Lenten calendar or on our website under crsricebowl.org. And here is a short video on one of the recipes from Kenya. A key to a successful CRS Rice Bowl experience is a meaningful ending. In the mailing you'll receive mid-Lent, you'll find helpful tools, including a poster to hang in a gathering space to inform your community when to turn in their CRS Rice Bowls. On our parish page, you'll find a video that describes the steps needed to conclude CRS Rice Bowl. Additionally, on our website, you'll find prayers and prayer services to use in the classroom or during Mass to help ritualize the end of CRS Rice Bowl, the CRS Rice Bowl experience. And we have an envelope template for those parishes wishing to print envelope to facilitate collection. And of course, don't forget to turn in your donations. Go directly to crsricebowl.org/give to give online. And what we're doing for our diocese is that once you have collected all the money from the CRS Rice Bowl, you will turn it in to our diocese. So you will mail it in to us, and then we will send a check directly to CRS. Or you can just collect all the money and send it directly to CRS. And I'll have that information at the end of the slide. Don't forget to thank your community. You'll receive a thank you poster after Lent is over, and we encourage you to share it with your community. And also a thank you video is available to adapt and send within your community. So now let's look at some of the basic tools available to you and your community through the CRS Rice Bowl. The Coordinator's Guide is available for download at crsricebowl.org/parish. This helpful tool has planning, prayer, and communication resources. You'll find tips for getting started and in concluding the Lenten experience, bulletin and newsletter announcements, letters to be adapted and sent home, and much more. While both sound familiar and both do ultimately help those struggling with poverty overseas, they are two different things for the CRS collection. This collection, the CRS collection, is just that, a collection that benefits CRS immensely as well as 5 other Catholic organizations that work for poverty alleviation around the world. The 4th Sunday of Lent is the best time we're able to do it. There are no other good Sundays available throughout the year. So CRS Rice Bowl is not a collection, but a faith formation program. Even if parishes are unable to give, we still hope they'll participate in the program. CRS Rice Bowl is a program for families with young children. That's why we have tools for the in-home and for in the classroom, so that students can bring what they're learning home and vice versa. The CRS Rice Bowl and Lenten calendar are the cornerstone resources for the program. Encourage each family or student to take one home and put it in a family prayer space, maybe the dining room table, so that each day members of the family can reflect on the daily readings, read the weekly story, and pray the Lenten prayer. On the calendar found in every Rice Bowl, participants will find daily reflections to guide their Lenten giving, the weekly stories of hope, and meatless, simple recipes from each featured country. We have a ton of great resources for religious educators and catechists. Check out our website to find lesson plans, activities, and more to bring Lent into your classroom, and encourage your students to take it home and engage their families. Here is a cover of the Educator's Guide, an example of story with additional educational information on the future country. And here is a sample of a lesson plan. And this is one for grades 1st through 3rd grade. Here's another video that goes with the lesson plan that you just saw for the first week of Lent.
For Lent, for life. Come with CRS Rice Bowl on a Lenten journey around the world. 3 girls in 3 countries show what all of God's children have in common and what you can do to build a healthier, happier world through Catholic relief services. Hello World. Our trek kicks off hundreds of miles from the United States in Honduras. Meet Maria Ana. Maria Ana is a 16-year-old who dreams of becoming a nurse. She lives with her parents, 4 brothers, and a sister in a village surrounded by hills. Many families in Honduras are farmers, but natural disasters like floods, mudslides, and hurricanes often destroy their fields. Without crops to sell and no other jobs available, families suddenly have no money or food, and many kids go hungry. Let's cross the Pacific Ocean to Vietnam and say hi to Ching. Ching lives with her parents, older brothers, and younger sister. This fun 12-year-old wants to be a doctor and help others. Her parents tend rice paddies and raise cows. But because Vietnam sits next to the ocean, Ching's home gets hit by destructive typhoons, wind, and flooding. Every member of the family works to protect their home and harvest. Now to Kenya to get to know Yvonne. 11-year-old Yvonne plans to become a hairdresser. She learns English at school, but speaks Swahili at home with her grandparents, aunt, 3 siblings, and 3 cousins. Living close to the equator, temperatures get super hot, which makes water for drinking and farming super important. Over the 40 days of Lent, as you get to know Maria Ana, Ching, and Yvonne, remember the gospel story of the loaves and fishes. Even with what seemed to be very little, Jesus was able to feed many. CRS Rice Bowl is our way to follow Jesus' example. Even a little gift goes a long way. Use your CRS Rice Bowl calendar for easy ways to pray for and give to these girls and other kids around the world. Watch and share all 6 CRS Rice Bowl videos with your family and friends. Thanks for traveling with CRS Rice Bowl. See you next time.
And don't forget to sign up for our weekly Lenten emails that will deliver our lesson plans right to your inbox by going to crsricebowl.org/schools. Looking for CRS Rice Bowl activities for youth and young adults? For high school and youth ministry, we have our Youth in Solidarity reflections available online only. Pick and choose from a suite of activities, prayers, reflections, and more to adapt to exactly what your community needs. For Hispanic ministry, check out our Reflexiones para la Pastoral Juvenil Hispana. These 5 modules will help youth reflect on their faith using the pastoral circle. These can be found in Spanish at crsplatode.arroz.org/jóvenes. And here is a template for Youth in Solidarity. And this is an excerpt from Reflexiones para la Pastoral Juvenil Hispana in Spanish. As always, CRS Rice Bowl provides a suite of reflective and informative videos. This year, all of our stories of hope have a new look. We offer again our Stations of the Cross and Good Samaritan videos. We have plenty of how-to videos, including one on the 25%. So what now? I can't wait to get started. What you can do is help us spread the word about CRS Rice Bowl. It's coming on social media. So you can check out the crsricebowl.org/social media to download our social media kit, memes, and web banners that you can use on your own channels. And don't forget to follow @Catholic Relief on Facebook and Twitter. Remember, don't forget to sign up for our weekly emails. You'll get reflections and other helpful Lenten tools. And if you haven't ordered or received your materials, there's still time for you to do that. Just go to crsricebowl.org/order. And thank you. Thank you for watching this video. And if you have any questions, just send me an email or give me a call at the office. I will include that information at the end of the video where you can reach out to me so we can get more resources or help. Thank you.